Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cindy.
And we're here with another feeding frenzy for the Master Key System. We're on part 4, number 20.
If we can hold it together.
That's rhythm.
There you go.
That's right.
Here is the secret of power of mastery.
Okay.
To overcome does not mean to go without things. Self-denial is not success.
Makes sense.
We cannot give unless we get. We cannot be helpful unless we are strong.
True.
The infinite is not a bankrupt, and we who are the representatives of infinite power should not be bankrupts either.
Ooh,
And if we
that's a good one.
If we wish to be of service to others, we must have power and more power. But to get it, we must give it. We must be of service.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Talk to me about service.
Ooh, talk to me about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to follow somebody who can't show me how they did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have to be able to, in order to be of service to others.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want when they come to me, or to you, or to anyone else. That's what they want, is how did you do that? Show me how you did that. So
Right.
until we do that, we aren't of service to anyone.
Right.
Right?
Right. But I think
I
the
can't
important
say my Father, or God, or the universe, or whatever, is rich unless I believe it.
Right.
Unless I can show it.
Right. Let's improve it.
Unless I can prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. Right. I think the important thing here is the service. We
It
cannot
is.
get anything until we provide a service for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to come from the heart and not just be doing it for the money.
No, it can't come from that,
We
because
have
then
to
you're
have
not serving.
We have to have a genuine desire to serve before the money.
If we're doing it
comes.
for money, then we're serving the money,
Right.
not the person.
Right. Exactly. So we cannot give if we don't get.
Right.
So we have to quit being afraid of receiving.
And that's the other
And why
part.
were we taught? Well, I know why we were taught, but we were taught that it's better to give than to receive. Is that true?
I think it's a yin and yang.
Somebody
I think
has
it's
to
as
receive if we're
equally
gonna give.
important to receive as it is to
So
give.
why? I think in the Bible Jesus says it's better to give than receive.
Yes, he does.
So why?
But I think he's reminding us that we need to put into action first. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That to receive we need to give.
Right. In order to start the process, you have to give first.
Right.
In order
Can't
to
wait for
receive.
the other person.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think
So I think that's a reminder to us that if we're not seeing something in our life, then we need to get out there and give it.
And let me ask you this: do you get more joy from the giving or the receiving?
I get more joy out of giving. Truly.
So
Truly.
I think
I
that's
still
what
have
it
a problem
is.
with the receiving.
I think
I'm
that's-
still working on the
Right.
receiving.
I think it's more rewarding when we give
Yes.
than it is to receive. However, I'm finding a new joy in the receiving,
Mm-hmm.
not because I'm receiving money or whatever it is.
Or whatever it is. Right.
The joy is not from the actual gift itself. It's from the energy I feel from the other person from that gift. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So I'm learning to experience that joy, which I was taught not to feel. You know.
I'm sorry.
Well, I just mean I was taught that it's better to give than receive, and that I should never receive anything, and that makes it hard. You know, if we're taught that our opinions don't matter and that we shouldn't receive compliments, you know, we always try to downplay them. It's like, no, you go first. You know, it's always the other person is more important than I am, and that doesn't serve anybody.
Well, it doesn't.
Not even the other person. So it's a different kind of thinking to learn to be a good receiver. And many of us were not taught to be good receivers.
That's true.
And we can't be good givers if we're not good receivers.
It's true. Isn't that the paradox?
Mm-hmm. It is.
We're taught it's better to give than receive, but you can't give until you do receive.
Right. And a lot of people who refuse my gifts, it hurts. You know, and a lot of people think they're doing me a favor by not receiving my gifts, and it's not doing anybody a favor. You know, it's only hurting both of us because that stops the flow.
It does. It does.
And
Stops the flow of energy.
I don't blame them because they don't know better, but it still stops
But
the
it
flow.
still does. Yeah.
And that's a shame that we, in our culture, are taught that way.
It is a circle, and you can only close the circle once you receive it back.
Yep. So how do you be a good receiver? I mean to stop you.
I don't know that I know how to put it in words. It's just being open and receptive to the energy. You know, it's saying thank you. First and foremost, thank you. Realizing that it's not the gift itself, it's the energy, it's the thought, truly, behind it. It's acknowledging God in that and saying, yes, I welcome it.
And I
Thank
want
you.
more for you.
Yes.
So I have a really tough question.
So you didn't stop me. It's just hard sometimes to put words to it.
So I have a really tough question.
All right.
Can you receive without giving back? Or wanting to give back? Or having a desire to give back? In other words, if somebody
I
gives you a
can't.
compliment, can you not give a compliment back?
No, I can't.
Why not?
I can maybe for that particular situation, but it'll come up again somewhere. My tendency is to give it back somewhere.
Good answer. That was the right answer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
A lot of people that I've
It
asked
truly
that.
is.
A lot of people that I've asked that think, oh, I'm supposed to give or receive without wanting to give back, and I don't think that's true. Because when you receive that energy, it has to
It
come
has
back.
to go somewhere.
And
it
it's
has
a
to.
cycle.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things I've learned about business
Mm.
and science in general of the whole giving receiving thing is that when you give more in business than you're asking for in return, then it creates more for you in the long run because people can't leave that transaction uneven.
Yeah.
So
They're
if
gonna- it's
you're
gonna come back
always giving more than you're asking for in return, so for instance, in my case, if I'm giving
Mhm.
more service to my clients than I'm asking for in payment,
to you.
then they always want to hire me again
Mhm.
because
Or send
It's-
other people to
or
you.
send other
Mhm.
people to me to
Mhm.
even out that energy
Mhm.
exchange. Those are one of the things I have learned
Mhm.
so far. So
Good.
Yeah.
Good lesson.
it's a very hard lesson to learn, but it's a very good lesson.
Like I
to
said,
learn.
I can. There are times when, especially if the gift is not, if I'm not taking it as a gift, then it's easier for me in that moment to not feel the need to make it even then.
Mhm.
But it always comes back out. So
Oh yeah.
some way.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dealing with someone else or whatever.
But
Always.
let's think
But I
about
can't stop the tendency.
right.
Whenever I receive, I have to give.
Mm-hmm.
Have
And
to.
if you get more value than what you paid for, you feel the need to give more.
Mhm.
In the opposite of that, you know, when I feel like I've been cheated
Mhm.
and I didn't receive what I paid for, what does that do to you?
Well, it makes you not want to give anymore.
Mm-hmm. It makes you angry. It makes you want to take from them instead of give.
Mm. That's good stuff.
That is very good stuff.
Very.